Mishra, congratulations. What an incredible game. A lot of preparation, a lot of back and forth between you two guys. He was very well prepared as well, but you matched that consistently. Tell us a bit about this game. Where did you feel that you're taking over the initiative?
Okay, first of all, Christian, could you do me a favor today and not tell me what the engine moves are? Like,
Sure.
Of course, I understand. The reason is that after I go back to my hotel room, I always try to retry the positions that I missed in the game.
Okay,
That's like a second
okay.
attempt.
That's your training. I remember that. You mentioned that during the juniors, yes. But how do
Yes.
you still have the energy to do that?
Well, okay, it comes with time.
All right, tell us about the game.
So, yeah, this game was very, very interesting. Like, this first move, h4, I didn't know. Like, I think rook f3, b takes a4, this was all my preparation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the point is, in this position, instead of h4, I knew, like, rook f7, queen d8, and, like, knight h7, I think, is some line. Apparently, okay, of course, engine says triple zeros, but it's still very, very complicated.
Of
Like,
course.
a3 here, and black gets a3, and black gets counterplay.
Right. So he played this move
So
h4.
in the game, yeah. So now h4 is a very interesting move because now my pieces, like now when you look at this without an engine, it looks very strange because all your pieces are kind of stuck on the back rank and your pawn structure is completely ruined. And it's like, what do you play?
Right.
Like one idea I was considering here was knight b6, but knight b6 fails to, I think it was rook f7, queen d8, rook takes c7.
So now you
takes
cannot
c7,
take
knight
with the
takes
queen,
c6.
you have to take with the king, and then knight takes c6. You consider
And
this
yeah,
to
this
be
is-
good for white.
Yes, because the main line here goes like say rook takes e6, queen takes e6, and now queen takes d4 is impossible due to queen f7 check, knight d7 e6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So okay, maybe I'm pretty sure I must have missed like 20 things here, but my idea was queen d8.
Well,
point
we'll
of
let
queen
you
d8 is that-
train in your room after that, so we're not going to tell you anything.
Sure, sure.
Tell us a bit about this.
Another candidate move I had here was c5, because of course, if c5 ever works, it's the move you always want to play because everything opens up and your position starts looking a lot better. But now the issue is rook f7, queen d8,
Mm-hmm.
bishop takes b7.
Yes.
I think king takes b7, but actually rook d1 here, you have knight takes e5. Wow, but yeah, this is the line I calculated. Like rook d1, knight takes e5. I think it was queen e4 check, knight c6, knight takes e6.
By the way, is this completely over after rook takes c7?
Yeah, yes, but rook, yeah, that was also.
Rook c7,
But rook
king
takes
c7,
e7, king takes e7,
knight e6.
knight e6 takes knight f3,
Yeah.
knight f3, king g2, knight takes d4, queen takes c4. Like, yeah, I think white is probably a bit better, but this doesn't all look too clear to me.
Right.
Queen
you have
A8
some
check.
queen a8. Yeah, this is looking good for you.
So I
Okay.
think the main issue is instead of, yeah, after knight takes e5, this queen e4. But so I played this idea of queen d8. The point of queen d8 is now every time I go c5, you don't have rook f7 with tempo.
Right.
The
And
other
that's
thing
why he
is
played
in
rook
the-
f7.
with the yes, and now okay, now I was very happy. Like then I kind of knew that queen d8 was not that bad because okay, I can get this position by rook f7, queen d8, h4.
Right. So you guys got
So
to
now
this
after,
position.
like-
This was another critical moment when he played this move and he thought for a long time about this idea of queen h7, queen g8, knight h7. He was trying to create something from behind. How did you assess this one? How did you come to the conclusion that g6 has to be the right move?
Yeah, this was frankly one of the scariest moments of the game because this queen h7 at first I underestimated this. Like now, like once I realized that queen g8, knight h7 was a threat, like my first idea was to go g6, and this is what eventually I did. But I was very worried. Like when I was calculating, I was worried that if I go g6, rook f7, the most natural move after rook f7 is of course to play rook takes f7 immediately.
Right.
But I believe that this is a mistake because after rook takes f7, knight takes f7, now every time I go c5, I don't attack e5. Like, I think here you can even go, like, say, bishop takes b7, king takes b7, d takes e5, and then take on g6. And this is basically just, like, much worse version of the game, because now h-pawn just starts running. I don't have too much real counterplay.
Yeah. So you played c5 first after rook to f7. By the way, did you consider knight to f7 after g6?
Yes, I considered this, but I thought knight f7, I thought knight d5, bishop takes d5, and I think here e takes d5.
Okay.
Like, of course, maybe I would still calculate and come up with something different, but my idea behind this was that somewhere I can go c5. like say rook e6 after queen takes g6, rook e6, and say queen g4, maybe c5, or yeah, queen g8, c5.
Got it.
But okay, maybe actually knight g5 might be some issue here. But yeah, it's still I need to check out the details.
But you played rook f7, and now you're starting to take over. Queen to e4.
Yeah, this was also a very critical moment after like queen e4. Because queen e4, I actually have a couple different options. Instead of knight d5, I had king b6 and king b8. The most natural move is, of course, king b8. But now knight d6, bishop takes d6, e takes d6, and now if I go knight b5, you have queen c6.
Yeah.
And I tried to make this work by going a6, but okay, this feels very... Okay, I don't want to go... I really didn't want to go into this.
Go knight a,
And
king
now
a6 here, or what?
No, king a6 here, there's queen c6.
Or here a6.
Yes.
Yeah, here a6.
Got it.
And now
got
like queen takes c... now, okay, this position I really wasn't sure, but I liked what I did in the game a lot more, because other than king b8, king b6 was another move I calculated. But king b6, I was worried that he can go queen takes d4 check. The whole point of king b6 is, okay, in this knight d6 line, you don't have queen c6. So I can take and go knight b5, and I have all this... I can
But you
keep my
played this
center
move
intact.
knight d5, which definitely feels like the right move. You're keeping more pawns on the board, especially with this move queen to h8. You had to find it, you did find it, and right now the pressure is on your opponent. And I have to say,
Yeah, queen h8 was a really nice move, because I kept my center intact. Because if I lose d4, for example, I can almost resign, frankly, because he has too many
the
pawns.
h-pawn is going along, but you did not lose, and
Also-
when you lost it, you managed to create another weapon, the c-pawn, that ultimately became your tool for victory. So congratulations, Abhimanyu, 2.5 out of 3. Was that anywhere in your dreams that you would start so well in your first US Championships?
No, I came here hoping to play my best chess. I didn't really think about the results, but it feels amazing, frankly, to be the sole leader of the US Championship.
Congratulations. Go get your energy back up. Look at the game with your dad, and
Will do.
we'll see you tomorrow.
Our
Thank you.
Our congratulations to you as well, Mishra. Very, very deserved.